So you're thinking about moving to Nashville, Tennessee, but you're not thinking about Nashville proper. You're really more of a suburbs kind of person. Well, today we're going to be looking at the top 5 suburbs in Williamson County. I'm going to go ahead and give you my biggest pro, my biggest con of those suburbs, and then we're going to go ahead, jump in the car, and actually do a tour of the suburbs so you can really get a feel for the area as well. Other than that, let's jump into it. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, let me just go ahead and say welcome. If you are wanting to know all things about Nashville, the conditions of the markets, and everything in between in the surrounding areas, make sure you like, you subscribe, turn on that notification bell as well. My team and I, we get emails, texts, phone calls every single day about people that are wanting to move to Nashville just like yourself. And so if you are interested in going ahead and having a conversation, feel free to go ahead, email me, text me, call me, whatever works best for you, as well as book a Zoom link. We can jump on a call, see how we can help you out. All of that stuff is going to be in the description. But other than that, let's look at the top 5 best suburbs in the Williamson County area. Okay, so let's jump into it. Today we're going to be looking at our top 5 suburbs in the Williamson County area. I'm going to go ahead and give you my biggest pro and my biggest con on the suburb as well. And then we're going to go ahead and jump in the car and drive around so you can really get a feel for the suburb yourself. Number 5, Fairview, Tennessee. Now, my biggest pro on Fairview, Tennessee is it's definitely one of those places that is coming up in Nashville. And as a suburb, it's also one of those places that is coming up as well. Houses are affordable there. You've got a lot of new constructions that are going on as well. You've definitely got your Publix and your Walmart. You've got your McDonald's and your Sonics, right? So it's definitely one of those places that you've got the ability to go ahead and find an amazing home, right? And just be 30 to 40 minutes outside of Nashville. Now, my biggest con on the area, although it is one of those places that has got an amazing small town feel to it, right? Also one of those places that's probably everybody's gonna know your name, is if you're used to that city lifestyle, you are 30 to 40 minutes outside, right? There's one way in, one way out. Well, there's actually 2 ways in, 2 ways out, but there's a main strip that goes ahead and drives you through Fairview with lots of side streets, right? But it's a quieter town, right? So if you're used to the busyness and the bustle of what some bigger suburbs or bigger cities can be, then Fairview might not be the perfect place for you. But if you're looking for a quieter place where everybody is friendly and waves and knows your name, then Fairview is absolutely perfect for you. Well, let's go ahead, jump in the car and show you around. So Fairview, Tennessee is also an A rating when it comes to schools and an average A rating when it comes to being a great place to be able to raise your family. It did get a C+ rating when it comes to nightlife. Like I mentioned to you before, this is not the type of place that you want to go ahead and party the night away. It's more of that small town, rural sort of community. So if you're looking for a place where you can go ahead and enjoy the nightlife, like I mentioned, Nashville, downtown Nashville is only 38 minutes to 42 minutes away from you. And then you're looking at the airport being literally 56 to 59 minutes away from you as well. Population is right around 8,989. You're looking at the median home value as being right around $259,000. The median household income is going to be right around $67,696. And then 80% of the residents that live in Fairview own their own home. All right, so number 4 is a place called Thompson's Station. Now, Thompson Station is an absolutely gorgeous suburb in Williamson County. It's probably one of my favorites in the area as well. It's got a really beautiful small town feel to it. You've also got some really eclectic different restaurants that are around and cafes and things like that. It's a great place to be able to have the kids go ahead and play at the parks. And not a horse guy myself, but there's quite a few different places that you can ride your horses, be on horseback, be able to have a home and a farm for your horses as well. So that would be my biggest pro. My biggest con, similar to the fact that, similar to Fairview, is the fact that it's really one way in, one way out, right? So being in Thompson Station, in order to be able to get to the nearest Kroger's or the nearest Publix or the nearest, shopping experience, you're going to have to leave Thompson Station in order to get there, right? With that said, though, it's got an amazing, beautiful country lifestyle feel to it. But you have to understand, you are going to have to make a little bit of a trek to get to the shops that you might be used to getting to. Other than that, let's go ahead, jump in the car, give you a feel for Thompson Station, and then we'll be right back at it.
So Thompson Station is actually an A+ rating when it comes to schools, and an A+ rating when it comes to raising your family here as well. Looking at Thompson Station being right around 41 minutes away from downtown Nashville and right around 49 minutes away from Nashville International Airport. You are looking at the population being right around 6,116. The median home value is right around $425,000, and the median household income you're looking at is $95,386. And 73% of the residents own their own home.
Okay, so number 3 is Franklin, Tennessee. And I'll tell you this, Franklin, Tennessee is probably one of the most popular suburbs in Williamson County. And it is because of the fact that it happens to lie right smack dab in the middle of Highway 65 and Highway 840. So what that means is you got very easy access to Nashville, but you've also got very easy access to Cool Springs, historical Franklin, and a lot of the shops that come with Franklin in general. Now, my biggest pro on this area is, the school district is phenomenal in Franklin. You can very easily get to your Publix. You can very easily get to your WeWorks. You can very easily get to the movie theaters and restaurants and shopping sprees and the mall, right? It's very easy to be able to do that. My biggest con in this area is because this happens to be right in the middle of the freeway, all the surrounding towns happen to come into Franklin. So it can very quickly get traffic jams, can very quickly get busy over the holidays, can very quickly get busy over the weekends, which means you're spending a lot more of your time in the car rather than being able to enjoy the area. With that, let's go ahead and jump in the car as well and give you a tour of Franklin, Tennessee.
So Franklin, Tennessee is also an A+ average for their schools and an A+ average for being a great place to be able to raise your families as well. It did actually go ahead and rate an A- when it comes to nightlife. So it's one of those places you can definitely go ahead and entertain yourself in the evening time. You're looking at it being right around 24 to 45 minutes away from downtown Nashville, depending upon what time you leave, obviously. And it's right around 26 to 45 minutes away from Nashville International Airport, again, depending upon what time you leave as well. Population is right around 80,675. You're looking at the median home value being right around $433,800. The median household income is right around $100,169, and 65% of the residents own their own home.
And number 2, Nolensville, Tennessee. Now, Nolensville, Tennessee, honestly, is probably one of the most beautiful places in Nashville. It's nestled right in the rolling hills of Tennessee, and it's one of those things that you got to be able to see it to understand exactly what I'm talking about, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I love the homes in this area. The school districts are phenomenal in Nolensville. You've got your Kroger's, your Publix. You've got your downtown Nolensville as well. It's definitely one of those places that has got the beautiful element to it. My biggest con on Nolensville is it happens to be one of those places very similar to what we were talking about with Thompson and very similar, or Thompson Station, and very similar to what we were talking about with Fairview, is it's got one way in, one way out type of access to Nolensville, which can make it difficult to get in and out. Now, the cool thing about Nolensville is it's developing and it's got all the shops that you need right there in Nolensville. But let's say you were trying to get over to Franklin, or let's say you're trying to get over to Brentwood or to Nashville. Because there's limited access to where you're going, you're on the same road as everybody else is as well. With that, let's go ahead and drive around Nolensville, give you a feel for the area as well.
Nolensville, Tennessee also is an A+ average rating when it comes to the schools, and an A+ rating when it comes to being a great place to raise your family. You're looking at Nolensville being right around 28 to 45 minutes away from downtown Nashville, just depending upon what time you leave. And you're also looking at it being right around 26 minutes to 40 minutes away from Nashville International Airport, again, depending upon what time you leave as well. Nolensville has a population of right around 9,221. You're looking at the median home value is being right around $483,300, and the median household income is going to be right around $146,563, and you're looking at 91% of the residents in Nolensville own their own home.
And number one is Brentwood, Tennessee. Now, I will tell you, Brentwood, Tennessee is absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely one of those places that has got some of the best schools in the Tennessee area. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful homes. You've got all the shops and all the things that you need in Brentwood. So it's not necessarily something that you need to leave the area to go and find other things. It's very close to Nashville, so it's quite easy to be able to jump on the freeway and get to downtown Nashville as well. But my biggest con about Brentwood is, for most people, Brentwood is probably going to be one of those places that you're priced out of. The home prices are a lot more expensive for what you could find, say, in Fairview or in Thompson Station. And so a lot of people love visiting Brentwood, but have to actually live outside of Brentwood. With that though, let's go ahead, jump in the car, give you a tour of the area, and really be able to let you feel what Brentwood, Tennessee is like.
So Brentwood, Tennessee also is an A+ rating when it comes to its schools, and an A+ rating when it comes to just being a great place to raise your family as well. You're looking at Brentwood being right around 14 to 24 minutes away from downtown Nashville, and you're looking at it being right around 14 to 24 minutes away from Nashville's International Airport. The population in Brentwood is right around 42,700. You're looking at the median home value being right around $682,000. And you're looking at the median household income in Brentwood being right around $160,174 as well. And 90% of the residents in Brentwood own their own home.
So there you have it, the top 5 suburbs in Williamson County and in Nashville. Hopefully you enjoyed both the video and the pros and cons and a tour of each one of those suburbs as well. Now, if you are looking to move, whether that be 9 days or in the next 90 days, and you want to have a conversation about what that looks like, I would love to be able to make that be as smooth of a process for you. You can text me, call me, email me. You can find all of that in the description below. I would love to be able to put some time on my calendar, connect with you face to face, and be able to help this be the easiest process on you. Until the next video, I'll see you then.